Hello my friends and welcome to today's pick a card reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. So today is the 14th of March 2023. I almost said 24 then. And we've got an interesting transit today. Mars in Gemini is squaring Neptune in Pisces. So it's not really a good day to make any kind of formal decisions. It's or rethinking your attitude. It's really mainly, it's good for artistic endeavors, I would say. Nothing really too major in the respect of, making hardcore important decisions, because they just may not. You just may find that you don't have the impetus behind you to kind of take, you might not feel so confident in that, particularly when Mars is in Gemini. It's kind of a little bit like, it's a bit more flexible than you would like, I reckon. So you want to be a little bit more affirmed in your concrete decisions. But I would say that if you were to do something artistic where you could go with the flow, where things are just kind of just easing into being, that might be a nicer thing to happen with today, and it might be very productive. So see how it goes. And then you've also got the last quarter of the moon in Sagittarius, and there's something about us leaving a kind of philosophy that we've had in place behind this new moon. The full moon in Pisces full moon in Virgo was really strong. And now we're just about closing it out with this Sagittarian aspect. It kind of feels that, there are some certain principles that we're leaving behind and walking into. So I think it's important for us to remember that, and just to understand the the role that it played in our life at the time. I think that's really important to think about. So otherwise, it is a Tuesday, the day of Mars. So with that, with that aspect of Gemini being in Mars, it's quite prevalent today. Good stones to wear are ruby, hematite, garnet, actually, more so than ruby. Anything that's like dark red. What's this? Oh, this is red tiger's eye, which is known as bullseye. I don't know if this is dyed. If any of you know that, like, if bullseye and falcon's eye is dyed, I don't know. I didn't think it was, but, bullseye is the red version, and then you've got falcon's eye, which is the blue. I didn't think that they were, but apparently they are. But any hematite in itself is really good because it contains a lot of iron. And iron is a very grounding. Today is about the Muladhara chakra, and the spiritual law that is associated with today is the law of karma. So very interesting for you to just kind of allow your intuition just to be your guide and just to follow through. It's really lovely. A good day for that, and you'll find that you'll be quite productive. But what I would do, I think, on a day like today is to have like certain boundaries in place and then work within those boundaries. It's really good. So say, for example, if you want to go and do some creative work, maybe say that you're going to do it like you would do, like you were really going to kind of structure, right, I'm going to dedicate some time to do this today, and it's going to be within this hour and this hour. And then you structure that, but then let yourself be free within that time. That might work. So anyway, with the daily pick a card, I've got your 3 choices today. I'll be reading with White Fly Tarot, and I'll also be using in the end reading for the collective, the Astro Codes Oracle. So you've got Ceres, pile 1, Jupiter, pile 2, and Libra, pile 3. Ceres, pile 1, Jupiter, pile 2, and Libra, pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you chose Ceres. Ceres? I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but it's a comet. Oh no, it's a star, actually. I think it's a star. God, I should really know actually. But I think it's a dwarf, or maybe a dwarf planet. Dear oh dear, I'm sorry. I should really know this. It's very bad of me. But I will tell you something. I do know who the goddess is. This is the goddess of the harvest. She is quite similar to the goddess Demeter, in fact. And also, Demeter. So she has a connection with Persephone. But it's about nurturing oneself, about bringing some sense of care and attention to oneself, and being able to know when the right time. It's a dwarf planet. Okay, it's a dwarf planet between Mars and Jupiter. Yes. Okay, that's why I got confused, because I was there. Is it a comet? Is it a star, or is it a planet? But I knew it was a dwarf something, and I didn't think that there was such a thing as a dwarf star. So yeah, it's a dwarf planet, right? So yeah, there's this thing about you being able to cultivate something. There's a very Virgoan energy about this, but not so much in the sense of being clear. Virgo is very much about discernment and distillation, being able to clarify, whereas like this is actually about the harvest and about kind of nurturing, bringing together some kind of or in a way holding a space, holding a container for yourself, to nurture yourself more than anything. It kind of gives me the idea of you making sure that you are nurturing yourself before you're doing it for anyone else. That's the idea I'm getting here. So let's see what the cards have to say for the 14th, Monday the 14th, 2023. Okay, so we've got the Tower, Justice, and the Lovers reverse. So no, not pulling any punches today, pile 1. Wow. So I don't know. Maybe this Mars in Aries has got some. Sorry, this Mars in Gemini has got something to do with it, and about rebalancing your energies and being able to make sure that you're making the fairest decision for yourself. It seems to me like you may have had some kind of incident that might have caused you to stop, been like, nope, I'm not going forward. And it's almost like you kind of understand that you have not been making the right choice in the past. There's something to say that, it's now there's something else that you have to consider. The Lovers isn't just about love. It could be a love relationship, but really it's about choice. It's about the choices that we make and about the choices that we decide that are right for us. And I think what the Justice and the Tower being here is showing me that you might not have been making the right decision by you. And it's about time that you did. It's about time you put yourself first, rather than putting others first. That's what I think is going on here. So, yeah. I mean, there's a whole multitude of things that this could expand into, but I don't think it's, it's a daily reading. We don't really want to get super deep into it. But there is something quite, like, earth-shattering that has happened, in a way. It might not be, but it's changed something fundamentally, which kind of is synonymous with the last quarter of Sagittarius after this moon, which is the philosophies that you're leaving behind. And then also the rebalancing of the energies, but it's not temperance, it's justice. So it means that something that wasn't right before is now starting to become right again. And in that context as well. So it is that sense of right and wrong. And then the Lovers is that understanding, maybe someone didn't choose you. Maybe someone didn't choose you. And you're like, you know what? I'm so much better than this. If it's in the context of love or if it's in the context of something else, it's about me putting myself first. That's the energy that I'm getting from this reading today. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. If you'd like a personal reading, please do get in touch. But otherwise, do look in the timestamps below for the collective reading for today. Have a beautiful day, and remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose Jupiter, abundance. So, I mean, you know, this is really nice. Like, we've got some big, abundant energy that's going on in the house. You know what? That always looks... Whenever I see this card, it always reminds me of a croissant. Croissant. It always reminds me of that for some reason. And croissants are quite abundant, aren't they? With all that buttery goodness. Sorry if you don't like croissants, but I really like them. And in that kind of theme, it's almost like that indulgence, something that's been baked. So I'm getting the idea of something that's taken some time to get to the point where it's had to get to. It's not been the easiest of journeys to get to this point, to get to this abundant state. So this might have been like a long time coming. You might have been waiting for this. So let's see what the cards have to say for you today on March the 14th, 2023. Right. Okay, so we've got Death, the Sun. I tell you, it's not pulling any punches today. We've got all majors. You're going to complete the trump? Okay, we didn't. No, we didn't. I thought we were going to get 3 majors like we did for pile 1. I was like, really? Okay, so Jupiter, abundance. Then we've got Death reversed. We've got the Sun. And then we've got the 7 of Wands. I think you're understanding that there's a sense of perseverance that really wins out. And it's almost like you have to take care of yourself. You have to make sure that you're happy. You have to make sure that just because somebody, I don't know, I just get the feeling that like allowing others to be the control of whether or not you get closure on something is the thing that's going on here. It's about you just kind of just living your best life right now. It's not about whether it's from a job, whether it's from a relationship or whatever. I don't think that there was closure. It wasn't able to be over. It wasn't able to be over in the way that you thought that it would be over. So for example, you might have thought that it was really, you know, it was going to happen a different way. So for example, you may have walked out of a job or something like that, and then you know, it didn't, like maybe you thought you were going to get a send off, maybe you thought that people were going to say goodbye to you, maybe you thought that it was, you know, that was it, and you might still have to go into work to do some stuff, but you might not have to work. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've already handed in your resignation and you said that you're not going to really do it. So that's what I'm getting here. But you're really happy. You're really happy. You know that you've done the right thing. You know it's the right thing by you. You're feeling really abundant, really joyful in that respect. And you're standing your ground. You really are standing your ground. It's almost like you've kind of evolved in this space. You've evolved to understanding what your boundaries are. It's really beautiful. But it's a little bit difficult because it's almost like you haven't been you've had to find happiness regardless of what the external circumstances are. So it's almost like you've asked for some sort of closure and you haven't got it. Like you've tried to do it. There's something where you've tried to get some kind of death and that hasn't happened. So you've just been like, right, you know what? I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to do what I'm doing. I'm just going to maybe go and eat a croissant and you know go and have a coffee and you know just do me and be the warrior that I am, because that in itself is very warrior like. You know, you don't need to be so kind of wrapped up in whether or not you're going to get closure from someone else. It's really empowering, you know, when you can just walk away because it's your decision rather than waiting for someone to make the decision for you, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for you, pile 2. If you enjoyed that reading, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. If you fancy a personal reading, please do get in touch via my email. And if you'd like to hang on for the collective reading, that will be in the description box below. But otherwise, my darlings, you have a beautiful day. And remember, honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 3, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose Libra. Libra, the scales, the balance, the equilibrium. Libra can represent so many different things. Like it can represent the Temperance card, the Two of Pentacles. You've also got other kind of cards within the the tarot that can kind of signify that. So you've got the 2, the 3, and the 4 of Swords as well that are all in Libra. So that's really interesting. But in this case, you're just trying to maintain some kind of balance. There's some kind of, equilibrium. I don't know. Personally, I'm getting the feeling that you're trying to keep balance in a situation where it's involving people. There's a bit of a peacemaker vibe I'm getting from this deck, or from this reading at the moment. Something that's trying to like keep the status quo and keep the balance in check. I don't know if you're like doing any kind of mediating between groups or something like that. That might be happening. So yeah, let's see what the cards have to say. The Spirit. Okay, that's too many. I need only 3 if I can, if that's possible. Just 3. Nice. Thank you. I like it when they listen to me. So we've got the Hermit reversed. We've got the 4 of Swords. Okay, so we do have Jupiter and Libra. And then we also have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so I mean, there's definitely some stepping out going on. It's almost like you're instigating some kind of movement to make a decision, which is really interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of memes that are out there, and to all my Libras, I love you. I love you deeply. But asking a Libra to make a decision might be a little bit a difficult thing. And I love my Libras for that. So I would just say that right now you're making a decision. Like there is some decision that's happening on some kind of like understanding of actually being in a place where you've been in this sense of stasis. You've got 2 of the most like meditative cards in the deck, the 4 of Swords and the Hermit. But there's some real impetus for movement with the 8 of Wands. I mean, you can't get more kind of movement oriented than the 8 of Wands. That's about moving forward with great force. It's almost like you've really been considering whether or not that this is the right decision. Is this the right decision by me? Am I going to do this? Should I do, you've really been considering it, and now is the time to move forward, and you feel like you're making a good decision by it. So good for you. Good for you. I feel like you're putting your heart forward in the respect of like this particular Hermit. It's almost like you're just going for it. You're taking a risk, basically, because the 8 of Wands is a risk card. But because we have this Jupiter Libra vibe, 4 of Wands I really like. I really feel like it's an awakening. It's a step towards something that wouldn't normally be within your comfort zone, but you're moving out of it. And to be honest, it looks like you're moving pretty largely out of your comfort zone, Pile 3. It's pretty intense. Like it's quite full on. So well done on you, because this must not be an easy decision. I can see that. So yeah, sending you lots of love. Take care on today, because as I said with the astrology, it might not have been like such a good day to make anything like drastic in terms of a decision, but you know what's right for you. As I always say, just take what resonates, discard the rest, and never live your life by tarot card readings. Just use them as confirmation for what you already know, because you are the best person to know what to do in this case. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, if you'd like to hang on with the collective, that will be happening now. So hang on. Do get in touch if you want a personal reading, but otherwise, if you don't want to hang on, I'll see you in the next reading. Take care, and remember that honesty is always key. Lots of love. Bye. Hello, my loves. I hope you're well. I hope you enjoyed your pick a card. If you did, watch one for yourself. Here we go with the collective. So, as I said, I'm reading with the White Fly Tarot, which is... Oh, I adore this deck so much. And then I'll be clarifying with the Astro Codes Oracle... Sorry, the Star Codes Oracle deck. So... I tell you, I've been reading with these Star Codes Astro Oracle deck for like however long, and I still forget the name. For those of you who've been watching my collective readings, like back when I just used to do the collectives, which wasn't that long ago, only a few days, but I haven't used them. I haven't done like the regular collectives for a while. So let's see what the energies have in store for us today. Interesting. So we've got a couple of kings reversed. We've got an emperor. We've got a 6 of wands. We've got a page of wands reversed. We've got the 4 of cups reversed. This is very similar to something I was looking at yesterday. So it's almost like the oppressive force, or the force that is governing everything, is very, very different to the force that's actually like the people. So what I mean by that is that you've got this aspect of say, for example, like people that are like, maybe for example you got like bosses of a company or CEOs of a company. They don't agree with what's going on in the respective like what the main CEO. So maybe you've got managers that are working in a particular company, and then the main CEO is putting across some kind of legislation or something which actually benefits everyone, but then these two really don't like it. They really don't like it. Or it could be that they are disciplined, that this emperor is disciplining these people here so that they can kind of like push them out, because it seems like whoever's here doesn't seem to be taking the cup. So it's almost like they don't seem to be seeing the positive attributes of what this emperor has to offer. Ace of Swords, yeah, absolutely. Nice. Okay, right. So yeah, bottom of the deck is the 2 of cups. Oh, I love it. So so definitely there's some new partnerships that are coming into play here. It's almost like, right, I'm going to put some things into place. I'm going to put some things into place that are going to make this place better. It's gonna make things better. I need to shoo out and chase out like this kind of like riffraff that don't really seem to be adhering to values that are in congruency with mine. And I'm going to be really clear about this, because it seems like these four cards are telling me that these 3 are not really appreciating what this emperor is giving them. And you know, it will be a temporal victory, but it's really interesting because this particular 6 of wands, he's holding this dragon like that. So it feels like these two the King of Cups and the King of Swords reversed, are almost like this dragon. They're quite difficult to tame, to kind of like keep a hold on, including this Page of Wands. It might be all right, like one of them, but like when you've got 3 of them, it tends to be quite a bit of a handful. It's like if you're stung by a bee, but then if you're stung by a whole hive of bees, you know, unless you're allergic to bee stings, you could die. So, or you'd be in big trouble. So, but then you've also got the Fool as well. So there's some real kind of sense of wanting to start again. I think it might be a clear out. It looks like a clear out of a company, or a clear out of like old energies, that people that just don't serve this emperor very well anymore. And this is so positive, this beautiful side here, and then you've got this, which is just a little bit like meh. I'd rather hang out on this side. So really interesting, really interesting. It doesn't necessarily have to be male, but I'm just saying that the energy is male, so there's a very much a directed energy. There's no emotionality here. The only emotions that are coming here is this 4 of Cups. And really, to be honest with you, it's interesting because we've got 3 cups here, and then there's 3 people here, and then there's 3 cups here. So that says to me is that the 3 cups here, and because this person is focusing on those 3 cups, it seems to me like the person is focusing on the wrong thing. Like these people are focusing on like the social aspects of something, or like the benefits for them, rather than looking at the higher ground, at the higher kind of perspective of things that could be available to them. And the Emperor has to keep that higher perspective in place, because obviously it's the Emperor. So the Emperor will always be taking the higher kind of perspective. Okay, so trying to think, is there anything else as well? No. Wow, yeah, look, total male, look. Aries. Aries the Emperor. Oh, I can feel the testosterone. Yeah, it's really like, it's like I'm showing who's boss. Don't think for a second that you are boss here. I am boss here. It doesn't have to be male, but that's a very male attitude. So, yeah. Because the King of Cups is like the King of Emotions. The King of Swords is the King of Thoughts. The Page of Wands, it's not a very strong fire against this Aries and this Emperor, who's like, you know, the king of all of them. So... yeah, there's a very intentional, clear decision that is being made by an external overseer of a massive kind of thing. And I know that Helen's been commenting on saying about the SVB kind of situation. This could be to do with what's going on, very much so. I see that as well, but I was trying to like relate it to other things. But yeah, it's very interesting, very, very interesting. It could also be a family situation as well, where like, you know, there's been some kind of like meddling going on with a family, and also you know, you can see like a patriarch is kind of making some decisions and also having some kind of talks to make some kind of like, you know, start, but we don't know if it's enough. I would say I don't know if it's enough, but there's definitely some kind of decisive action that is being taken place. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, you take care. Speak to you soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye.